All right, it's an important part of the pizza. It's the dough. And with us today, we got our chef, Wes Woods, and we're going to make the perfect dough, right?
Yes,
You figured it out.
So every dough has a great base. You know, this is one of my favorite doughs to make. It's an all-purpose, all go-around, kind of in the middle kind of dough. You can use it in your grill. You can use it in your gas-powered pizza oven. You can use it in a pan to make pan pizza in your oven if you need to. So what we're going to do first is we're going to scale it out. Now, I believe in scaling because that's the best way to get the most constant, same repetition on your product or your dough.
Scaling, so that just means weighing?
Scaling, so we're not using cups or measurements and stuff like that. We're going to use a scale. So I go in grams, so we're going to zero it out first after we put our bowl on, obviously.
I want cups.
Amazon, bro.
There's always a difficult one.
So you want your water at 110 degrees or 30 seconds in Chef Mike. That's your microwave.
Okay.
And we're going to go 325. Now I have a digital readout here, and I'm just going to pour that in till I get to the speed that the guy was doing in the Lamborghini or whatever that was.
Don't you want a Lamborghini? Let's just try it.
I don't want a Lamborghini. Those things are
fast.
The clutch goes out. It's like an 18-hour flow. Anyways.
Well, anyway, yeah.
So then the yeast. We're going to put the yeast in next because we want the yeast to bloom inside the water because salt, when you put it into the dough, can hinder the rise of the dough. So we're going to give the yeast 5 grams of yeast. So 325 plus 5 grams is what?
330.
See, this is so great, man. See, this is what we do with my son.
I get math education while cooking.
Right, so right here we want to actually let this sit for 5 minutes. We're not going to do that today. We're just going to keep pushing forward, okay?
5 minutes so the yeast does its thing.
5 minutes, it'll be yeasty, like the yeasty boys. So we're going to zero our scale again. We're going to go 500 grams of, listen, you can use all-purpose flour. I'm using type 00 flour, double-out flour is what we call it. It's a high gluten structure. It's really great for leopard prints and good stuff like that on your pizza because I run my pizza oven at about 900 degrees. We getting there? Whoa.
What do you want? 5 what?
We're 506. Don't tell my mom.
Oh,
it'll just be a little more hearty.
Right. So then we'll zero that back out and we'll scale in 10 grams of kosher salt. That's a
lot more salt than I thought. Why kosher?
Kosher? I don't know, just like kosher. Iodized salt has a bleach and stuff in it.
I was leaning on the counter. That's probably what messed that up.
No, you're fine. No, we're good. We're good here. So listen, after we get all that together, there's no dishes other than this thing right here. We're in. Your dough mixer, 2 minutes. I'm sorry, level 2. Lock it down. That's going to go for about 10 minutes. It'll start pulling away. You'll be good to go after that. Sorry, sir. I don't want to get
no
this
problem.
I'm going to stop it now because it's loud.
Yeah, stop it.
You already brought examples anyway.
Right. So example 1. Where are we at? Here? There? Everywhere? Boom. This is what it looks like when it comes out of the mixer. Just plain old dough. Out of the way. We're coming back. Okay, so our dough's probably going to rest and rise for about 5 hours, and it gets about twice the size. Okay. Now, when that happens, we're going to cut it in half with a dough knife, right? So I'm not just going to... should I? Yeah, I don't know. We get the angle on this? How much time we got?
About a minute.
About a minute. Okay, so cut it in half. Okay. Because this part is kind of important. So we're going to take a little bit of our flour. Well, we should have thought this out a little bit more, huh?
You're good.
Where's Rachel Ray at when you need her?
We've got you. We don't need
Okay, so basically you're just going to take your dough. You're going to make it into a ball. Now I'm tucking underneath and rotating at the same time. Or put it here, slide back and forth. You want to tuck and roll like Grandma did back in the day, or if you're on fire.
What's it doing? Why do you do that?
So we're going to make a dough ball.
Okay.
And then we're going to let it rest. Cold fermentation. Don't forget to spray down your pan. In the fridge, covered with saran wrap, which we're not going to get to, so you don't get a hard plastic stuff on it. And this is what's going to look like afterwards. So it came up and rise. After a day in the fridge, this is what I do, a day. So this is good dough for me to use right here.
Okay.
When we get that out, we're going to flour our surface, right? We're going to...
So you have to think ahead of time to make this dough.
Obviously, yeah. I mean, 10 seconds.
No last-minute pizzas here.
How are we there in 10 seconds? Or you can toss it up if you'd like to. There we go.
And you're good at that.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't get it on your face. Oh, gosh, we're good.
So now we are. And then the next time you're back, we're going to actually make pizzas.
We are going to make pizzas, and it's going to be fantastic. Please join in, because...
Then we got the perfect dough. Thank you, Wes, for coming. We'll take a look at the weather forecast next.